Today we're going to look at the Google Translate's warning of an apocalyptic message if you type in dog a bunch of times. So this is Google Translate. Normally you can type in something that appears like this is Maori, which is a kind of a Polynesian island in New Zealand, which are a very warlike tribe. You translate to English. There's no direct equivalent to this, but it's giving you an alternate result. In this case, I've already gone through it. At this point, it only types out capitalized dog every time you do, well, for the most part, which shouldn't be at all. Should be something different. And if you go for the first time, if you type in it specifically 22 times in a row, you get this message. Doomsday clock is 3 minutes at 12. We are experiencing characters and dramatic developments in the world, which indicate that we are increasingly approaching the end times and Jesus' return. I've gone through the minigame on my Twitter feed. What's really interesting, you start out with Alice, thinking it's normal, you start typing in things, it translates as you kind of expect. But there's several sort of variations. As soon as you enter and start getting different things, if you change it to Korean, you get just one dog. And this is interesting because Korea eats dogs, and they're also to be the ones attacking Hawaii and the high altitude EMP that will end all America's internet and electric. This is because they are CIA controlled, and they are just being used as a scapegoat for our own incompetence in managing our leadership. If you go back to Maori in English, type it in with a capital D 8 times, you get, do you want a dog to accept Jesus and be saved? And if you do it lowercase, you get reader email with a dash in it. And I don't quite understand what that means, but I'm assuming it's related to the use of Gmail as a communication channel through Gmail and YouTube. Just they own everything for the most part for the most communication platforms and are the backbone for most people who just take it for granted that they exist. Like so many people believe that YouTube is infallible, will always be there when Google is or YouTube is censoring and banning people left and right. It's no different than Big Brother. Anyway, keep on adding more additional dogs. We go from do you want a dog to accept Jesus and be saved into that doomsday clock. If we add one more, we enter into another level. It's like burning a fuse. And you can see that dog is being used as the inverse of God, which God is, lowercase God is Christ, the Son of the Father. Then the dog is the Antichrist inversion, which is also a good metaphors to think about the Alice's Red Queen, which may be pre-disclosure of what it's going to be like. The fuse gets burnt, and we in infinite, no matter what you type into this at this point, it will only be dog, which is what I showed you here earlier. Anything you type, it's going to be dog, dog, dog. Because at this point, it's always here the Queen's way, the Red Queen's way. You have no way. If you've gotten to this point, you're basically already in the dead end of game over. To prove this, after you go on different devices, any browser on anything associated with that user or any device will show only dog, meaning Google Translate is Big Brother. It's showing you that it's watching everything that you do. And once you get into that zone, it won't show you anything that you're used to. That is the danger of relying upon these technologies. And what this is going to be used for is even more sinister. I covered this in my article, One Dark World, on LinkedIn. Basically, if you look at Siri and you look at Alexa, and the digital puppeteering we see in movies like Gollum and Lord of the Rings. Now, if you were to combine those, you're talking to Siri, you're talking to Alexa on your device, whatever device it is. The AI behind that is powering a conversation. That conversation can animate any sort of objects, whatever it wants. And this is where it gets really scary when the digital actors are indistinguishable from real-world characters. So this is a video of Obama really speaking that has been projected onto this facial map, which can be projected onto other characters, to give the illusion that he is talking to you real. And if you interact with him like through Siri, that's high enough fidelity. Combine that with some human operators, which are capable of
NBC Glad.
adding any of the gaps.
Fox
Like if
TV
a question
jerks
can't be answered with
quiz
AI, you have a bunch of people, customer service staff,
I think we're in a moment of
they're
history
filling in the gaps to
where
make it Turing complete. You have the
probably
illusion
the most
he has a
important
direct
thing we
personal
need to do
relationship
is
with
to
you,
bring the country
but he's
together.
completely synthetic
And one of the
and does not have
skills
your best
that
interests at
I
heart.
bring to bear
你们真讨厌。